Content planning is a big part of your YouTube success, maybe even the biggest part. Today I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how you can plan your content really easy to give you the best chance at success. Let's get right into why content planning is so important. YouTube success is almost like a lifestyle, and in order to gain it, you have to develop certain habits along the way that will aid you on your journey. Releasing content on a regular schedule is a huge part of YouTube's success. Developing good habits for content scheduling will help you produce much higher quality content at a much more rapid pace. In order to produce a high volume of content and develop good habits, I highly recommend using a content calendar. This will help you develop ideas and make the process much more efficient. A content calendar with well thought out videos gives you the best chance at ranking your videos highly, getting a higher average view duration and click-through rate, which is something we all want. This is because all the research and planning are done before you shoot. Developing these habits has totally changed the quality of my content, but furthermore, how long it takes me to film, edit, and produce the content. So how do I plan my content? I use this simple free tool for desktop and or mobile called Trello. The link is in the description. Let's jump right into it and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so here we are in the desktop version of Trello. You want to go ahead and click create a new board. Now you can decorate your board in all kinds of different ways. You can use solid colors or plain colors or all these interesting backgrounds. When you're done, all you have to do is give it a name for the new board. We're going to call this one the Adventure Channel. You can also change your backgrounds after you've created the board over here on the right hand side. Once you create a new board, you want to probably go ahead and add some lists. I do an idea list, I do a scheduled list, and then I do a completed list. This is where you put all your ideas when they're in the idea phase or in the scheduled phase and or complete. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is create a card. Now each one of these cards is going to be a video idea. And we're going to call this card Travel to Hershey Park. Sounds like fun? Once you're in here, you can go ahead and put a description in the card to tell you in the future what exactly the idea was that you had in mind. A lot of times I don't actually script these out right away. I'll pop into my Trello on my phone anytime I get an idea and just jot it down as a card. That way I can get back to it later, but I always try to put a little bit in the description so I remember what the idea actually was. Now I like to use checklists as my way of writing out the script, talking about what the scene is going to look like, and of course any transitions or anything like that I'm going to use. I usually title my checklist scenes or scripts or whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as you know what it is, that's all that matters. Now I like to use this checklist format as a way to lay out everything that I want to film scene by scene so that I have a pretty good idea of how it's going to edit together. It doesn't mean that's the order that you have to film it in. In fact, that's the beauty. You can film these sequences in any order that you want, and it helps you to easily keep track of the scenes that you've done and the scenes that you haven't done. So you can see here I scheduled out a B-roll sequence where I'm going to be driving and arriving at Hershey Park and getting out of the car. A little bit of B-roll. Next, I'm going to write in a little dialogue sequence that I would plan to say as I'm getting out of the car or maybe as I'm walking across the parking lot. You can write in all those details. You can make this as detailed as you want. Really, you can actually storyboard this in your head right here using this. And believe it or not, you can actually do drawings and save them as attachments to these, and then you can connect them all so that you know what you had in mind for each scene, if storyboarding in the visual way is how you work. Usually, I'm just fine scripting things out and talking about what I'd like to film. That seems to work for me. A lot of times I don't know what location I'm going to be filming at for these, so I just kind of like to get a general idea of what I'd like to do for the scene, the visuals or something like that. So now I have my first line of dialogue in here, and then I might want to talk about how I transition from this dialogue to the next scene. Now that's pretty much how I use the checklist to script out and scene all my videos. Now you can see here, you can just mark the checkbox. It will check it off as you film. So it doesn't matter what order you're in, you just check those off. It'll let you know that those are done. Now here's where you can go in and schedule your video so that you know when you're expected to have it completed and ready to upload. It's really easy to do. You just select a date on the calendar and go ahead and save. Trello can even add these into your Google Calendar if you want. Now once I have these things all planned out and I have a date for them, I like to move them into scheduled. That way, I don't get confused with stuff that's ready to film and stuff that's still in the idea phase. You can create as many of these cards as you want, by the way. There is no limit, and it's totally free with Trello. Now you can see when you are completed and finished, after all the check marks are done, it shows you in this little green box that it's all done. You can move those into completed. You're done. You've completely finished filming, and your content should be ready to be released on schedule. Now you can see up here, you have some different ways that you can set up how you want your board to be seen. You can make it private so only you can see it. You can make it public so everyone can see it. I'm not sure what the benefit to that would be, but one really awesome feature is the invite feature. And here, you can send an email to anyone and invite them in to interact with your board. So you can basically treat these cards as a collaborative effort. If you invite somebody that you're going to be collaborating with, you can work together through the cards to lay out all the scenes and everything that you want to do. I mean, this is just incredible. I do a lot of collaborations and I've used this a few times in the past. It's really easy to decide what you want to film, when you want to film, how you want to film it already with your collaborator before you even meet up. That way you have a pretty good idea what you're going to do and you can just enjoy the day and learn each other's process. Trello goes a long way towards making a collaborative video really easy to film. I definitely recommend trying out the collaborative piece of this. Now you can see here I have multiple channels, so I have multiple boards. Each board has ideas for videos for each of those channels. It makes it really easy to handle lots of videos with lots of channels. This sort of planning can completely revolutionize the way that you film videos. You can have an entire week or an entire month worth of planned videos, and it's really easy to access these on your mobile app while you're out there actually doing the filming. You film a scene, you click the button to check it off. Oh, it really doesn't get any better than this. And anytime I get an idea while I'm in the field, boom, I just write it down on the Trello app. It syncs to the cloud automatically, so you have all the same ideas on Trello on your desktop as you're going to have on your cell phone. The app works really well and it's really straightforward. You're not going to have any problems using one or the other or both at any time. I mean, this is a godsend. Now the link is in the description for Trello, so you want to definitely check it out. If you're looking for more videos that can help you elevate your YouTube game, you can check this link out right here. Or if you want to follow along my YouTube journey from the very beginning, you can check this link out right up here. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about how to increase views or gain subscribers on YouTube, and ring that bell so you know when I have new content coming out. Go out there, guys, find your adventure, have a great day, and I will see you soon.